Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 386 Air Expeditionary Wing Change of Command Ceremony. I'm Tech Sergeant Amy Bravo, your narrator for today's ceremony. As a reminder, please silence all electronic devices. This is an indoor ceremony. Therefore, during the playing of all national anthems, uniformed personnel should stand at attention, and our civilian guests are asked to place their right hand over their heart. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the arrival of the official party.
Say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Ladies and gentlemen, Chaplain Valenzuela will now offer the invocation.
Please join me in prayer. Almighty God, source of life, sustainer of all things, we invite your presence to fill this place as we celebrate our common purpose and affirm our commitment to service and excellence. Lord, the moment has come to say goodbye to Colonel Schlichenmeyer, our outgoing commander. But before he exits the stage to be reunited with his family and move on to a new place of service, we honor him for his faithful stewardship of this wing for the past year. Lord, we know that command is demanding and at times frustrating, as each day presents unique challenges due to the urgency of the needs and the complexity of the mission. But you have blessed him and our wing with accomplishments that will endure into the future. We also welcome our new commander, Colonel Simpson, into our midst. Thank you, Lord, for guiding his life and leading him to this special moment in his career. As he assumes command, give him that same calm assurance to lead this wing to a new level of excellence. Be with his loved ones back home and comfort their hearts during their time of separation. Lord, we pray for all the men and women of the 386th Air Expeditionary Wing, to include our joint and coalition partners, and especially our gracious Kuwaiti hosts, that you also bless their lives and honor their sacrifice with success. Thank you for the call that you have placed upon our lives. Thank you for the blessings of freedom and for the opportunity to serve our nation and each other. Be with all our guests today and bind our hearts together in love as we continue to strive to be your instruments of peace and goodwill in this place and wherever we go. We ask all these things in your holy name. Amen. Amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Thank you, Honor Guard, Senior Nichols, and Chaplain Valenzuela. Today we'll pay special tribute to Colonel Patrick L. Schlichenmeyer as he relinquishes command of the 386th Air Expeditionary Wing, and we welcome Colonel Rodney L. Simpson as he assumes command. The American Change of Command ceremony is a military tradition deeply rooted in history, dating back to 3 July 1775, when General George Washington drew his sword under an elm tree in Cambridge, Massachusetts, to assume command of the Continental Army. During the American Revolution, military units carried distinctive flags designed to match the colors of their uniform and emblazoned with the motto selected by the commander. When soldiers followed their leader into battle, this flag provided a highly visible point around which members of the unit could rally during the pandemonium of battle. Because of its importance, the flag was used in the Continental Army's earliest change of command ceremonies. The organization's banner was exchanged in full view so every soldier could see the officer now entrusted to lead them into battle. The ceremony you see today is rooted in this military tradition and symbolizes the passing of command so all may witness the changing of leadership responsibilities. The host for today's ceremony is Major General Alexus G, Grynkewich, Commander, 9th Air Expeditionary Task Force, Levant, United States Air Force Central Command. The 386 Expeditionary Wing would like to recognize our distinguished guests who are present today. The Honorable Lawrence R. Silverman, the Ambassador of the United States of America to the State of Kuwait, Mr. Saleh Al-Ali, Advisor to the Emir, Brigadier General Fahad Al-Dusari, Commander Ali Al-Salim Air Base, Brigadier General Faisal Al-Shamari, Commander Mubarak Air Base, Brigadier General Randolph Stodden-Ross, Chief of the Military Cooperation, Kuwait, Brigadier General Darren Cole, Director, Command Deployment and Distribution of Operations Center, Chief Master Sergeant Jennifer Kersey, Command Chief, 9th Air Expeditionary Task Force Levant, and via FaceTime, Colonel Schlichenmeyer's wife, Jessica. We also extend a warm welcome to all our host nation guests, joint coalition partners, colonels, commanders, chiefs, superintendents, senior enlisted leaders, first sergeants, special guests, and especially the men and women of Ali Al-Salim Air Base. Ladies and gentlemen, Major General Grynkewich, Commander, 9th Air Expeditionary Task Force Levant.
All right, good morning, everyone, and welcome to the 386 Change of Command. Today's a very special occasion for this wing as it signifies the end of a year with a job well done for Colonel Schlichenmeyer and the start of an exciting journey for Colonel Simpson. It does take a lot of effort to put something like this together, so my thanks to the chaplain, to the Honor Guard, and to all of you who helped pull this off and put it together on top of all the busy schedules that you carry every single day. Ambassador, thanks for joining us today. We certainly appreciate it. Our Kuwaiti hosts, not here yet, but should they walk in, we'll greet them appropriately. Tremendous hosts in this country. We appreciate all that the mission does to support them. Stod, thanks for coming. Lamo, good to see you. Darren, Chief, thank you guys for being here. There's a few DVs that are a little bit more important that aren't here in person, and that's the family of Colonel Schlichenmeyer and Colonel Simpson. So I know Jess is watching here on Skype, so Jess, thanks for joining us. I'm sure it's some ungodly hour back home in the States, and your dedication to Schlick, I may never understand, but good on you, and thanks for being here. And of course, Schlick's supported by a bigger family with Tyler, Michaela, Carter, Lily, and Jasmine out there as well. And then for Colonel Rod Stinger Simpson, his wife Paula, and son Ryan, and daughter Grace. You know, families are the unsung heroes of our United States Air Force and our United States military who put up with these deployments. They support us at home, they take care of our families when we're over here, and they give us sustenance as well. So many thanks to your families for allowing you both to come over here and serve, and many thanks to all the families of all the airmen and soldiers, sailors, Marines who are in the audience today. So the 386 Air Expeditionary Wing, as with many wings, can trace its history back to World War II. Back then, they were the 386 Bombardment Group, and they operated B-26 Marauders. During World War II, the group received a Distinguished Unit Citation for having the most outstanding record of all the B-26 groups in the European Theater of Operations. 75 years ago this month, on the 25th of July, 1944, the 386 participated in a massive bombardment of enemy positions around St. Lo, and that led to an Allied breakthrough through the Nazi lines. Today, the 386 Air Expeditionary Wing continues its heritage as a primary tactical airlift hub for resupply, combat service support, and aeromedical staging in the CENTCOM AOR. It's one of our largest composite wings in the Middle East, and Colonel Schlichenmeyer has been responsible for a vast mission space over his year here, delivering intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance capabilities, electronic warfare, strike, and mobility air power for CENTCOM missions, including the fight against Daesh. There isn't a single soldier, airman, sailor, Marine, or civilian in Iraq or Syria, and indeed throughout the entire CENTCOM AOR, that hasn't been touched by the operations of this incredible wing. Schlick, you did a tremendous job during your time in command. You'll definitely be missed. Some of you may know this, and some of you may not have picked up on it yet, but I've known Schlick for a long time. In fact, I've known him since June of 1989, when he and I reported for basic training at the United States Air Force Academy, Colorado Springs, Colorado. There's some other things the cadre said to me when they welcomed me there that I can't say now. He's always had, from that very early time when we were just teenagers, Schlick, you've always had a deep dedication to the mission, boundless energy, and a genuine care for your fellow airmen. In fact, if I remember right, I think it was in the spring of 1990, I was one of the fellow airmen in desperate need of Schlick's assistance and care, and I'm relatively certain that you may be the only reason I made it through freshman chemistry. So Schlick, you've continued to supply the 3 traits of dedication, energy, and caring for airmen over these years, and it's made you the superior leader you are today. Your leadership made this wing tremendously successful. Near and dear to my heart and my role as DCOM for CJTF OIR, you helped make possible the liberation of over 110,000 square kilometers of territory from Daesh control and freed about 7.7 million people from their hateful and tyrannical ideology. But your impact's been felt much wider than that and across the entire AOR. Most recently, I was able to witness your decisive leadership as you helped deter Iranian aggression, rapidly shifting your air power resources of this wing and fighting through some of the fog and friction that comes with doing that in order to monitor threats to shipping in the Gulf. So thank you for your leadership through that. A few weeks ago, I was in Qatar meeting with Lieutenant General Guastella, the CFAC and AFCENT commander. And in private, he told me that he considered you one of the best wing commanders in the CENTCOM AOR and one of the best wing commanders he's ever seen. And all I've got to say to that is you and your family have got a lot to be proud of. Thank you. Colonel Stinger Simpson, if there's anyone who can take what Schlick started and advance it even further forward, it's you. For those who don't know, Stinger's no stranger to the CENTCOM AOR, and really he's no stranger to Kuwait and Ali Al Salem. Stinger will be entering his 3rd command here, originally commanding the 737th Expeditionary Airlift Squadron, then the 387th Air Expeditionary Group. He's got a family steeped in service. Both his grandfather served in World War II, and he's the son of a dad who retired from the United States Army. Stinger, I know we've got the right man for the job, and there's plenty of work left to be done, plenty of that job left to do. We're still working hard to ensure the complete eradication of extremist ideologies from the region. We're working hard to bolster Iraqi sovereignty, to enable political resolution of the Syrian civil war, and protect our regional allies and partners in the face of aggression. To succeed, this wing is going to be essential, providing ISR mobility and combat air power that enables success on the ground in a very complex situation. Your leadership will be critical to this fight, and I'm excited to work with you over the course of your command and welcome you to the team. And an incredible team it is. To the men and women of the 386, thanks for all you do every single day, and thanks for the sacrifices you and your families have made to this mission and to the defense of our nation. I know you'll be in good hands with Colonel Simpson when he takes on the role of Marauder 1 from Colonel Schlichenmeyer in just a few short minutes. I'm honored to serve by your side. Thank you.
Thank you, General Grynkewich. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand. At this time, General Grynkewich will present Colonel Schlichenmeyer with the Legion of Merit. Attention to orders. Colonel Patrick L. Schlichenmeyer distinguished himself by exceptionally meritorious conduct in the performance of outstanding service to the United States as Commander, 386 Air Expeditionary Wing, Ali Al Salem Air Base, Kuwait, from 11 July 2018 to 11 July 2019. During this period, the exemplary ability, diligence, and devotion to duty of Colonel Schlichenmeyer were instrumental factors in the resolution of many complex problems of major importance to the Air Force. Colonel Schlichenmeyer expertly led 6 groups as well as 20 joint and coalition partner units with a daily end strength of over 8,000 personnel. He enabled 76 joint and coalition aircraft to execute over 47,000 sorties, supporting Operation Inherent Resolve, Freedom Sentinel, Spartan Shield, and Deliberate Resolve, as well as support for almost 100 Kuwaiti aircraft and 5 Kuwaiti installations. Through direct engagements with key leaders, he was able to get a 5-year, $33 million Kuwait Forward funding logjam moving, restoring faith in Department of Defense's ability to execute critical infrastructure projects on Kuwait's behalf. He identified inefficiencies in mobility operations, which led to redesign of gateway operations, resulting in the reduction of passenger processing time by 50% and increased cargo velocity by 45%. Colonel Schlichenmeyer was instrumental in the wing, absorbing a 700-person geographically separated installation, setting the conditions for an annual $16 million and 700 deployed airmen savings. He drove the closing of the Air Force mission at Mubarak Air Base and the opening of Cargo City, completing an almost 4-year, $25 million project. His team captured Department of Defense's first 2 non-kinetic small unmanned aerial vehicles. Finally, he authored Air Force's Central Command's first ever Mobility Air Force's Force Posture Papers, which outline current and future requirements, issues, challenges, and opportunities. He stood up and co-chaired Air Force's Central Command's Mobility Council, consisting of cross-function inter-command members. This first ever and one-of-a-kind senior leader forum tackled countless long-standing and systemic strategic and operational disconnects and issues across the intra- and inter-theater gateways. The superior initiative, outstanding leadership, and personal endeavor displayed by Colonel Schlichenmeyer reflect great credit upon himself and the United States Air Force. Please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, the commander of the 386 Air Expeditionary Wing, Colonel Patrick Schlichenmeyer.
It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. Please give a round of applause for the team that put this event together. Lieutenant Turner, Tech Sergeant Bravo, Chaplain Venezuela, Senior Airman Nichols, and the whole honor guard. Ambassador, thank you for attending today. Your leadership, mentorship, and support for me, the airmen, and the mission has been outstanding this year. I wish you the best in your future endeavors. Major General Grynkewich, sir, thank you for your trust in me, for space to maneuver as the commander. It's been a distinct pleasure to serve under you. Chief Kersey, thank you for your sage advice, relentless support for our airmen and our mission. Brigadier General Fawhead and Happy, who are currently not here, their relationship has been amazing through the coalition and through Kuwait. And it's because of their leadership is why this relationship is amazing. Salah Ali, my honorary commander. You have mentored and supported countless wing commanders over the years. Thank you for always having time and the right advice. Brigadier General Staudenraus, sir, it's been a great year and your initiatives have strengthened the coalition-Kuwaiti relationship. I wish you the best of luck. Brigadier General Cole, sir, your mentorship and guidance of a young wing commander was greatly appreciated, and your focus on the gateway is a major factor in the improvements that CENTCOM has made in logistics over the past year. Paolo, my Italian friends, your U.S.-Italian relationships are strong. Are strong. You and Stinger will continue, I'm sure. Good luck, my friend. Colonel Rodney, my neighbor to the north. It has been a distinct pleasure serving alongside the Canadian contingent. Colonel Wortham, the ASG Kuwait and the AEW are forever intertwined. Your team is great partners with the wing. Good luck in your command. Colonel Jubek, Lamo, thank you for your focus on the issues that affected the wing. You are the silent team member that always comes through in the end. Rihanna, thank you for attending and caring about our airmen and working on our initiatives. Razi, Salah, my wing extended family. For years, you and your family have adopted the wing and treated us like kin. Thank you for your generosity, your kindness, and your friendship. Stinger, your leadership is in place. Your team is amazing. You are ready. Many years of deployments and combat commands at all levels have prepared you for this day. My only advice to you is lead and never stop being you. Paula, once again, thank you for your sacrifice so Stinger can serve. You have done this many times, but that doesn't mean it's easy. I know Stinger has done far more than his fair share of deployments, but there are over 8,000 airmen, joint and coalition partners that need his focus, his leadership. Thank you for sharing him. Ryan and Grace, your dad is a true patriot. He has once again answered his nation call, for which I know you knew he would. To the men and women of the 386 AEW, you make the extraordinary look ordinary. You are a high-performance unit from the commanders on down to each and every airman. There was not a single accomplishment on my award or that the 9th ADFL talked about that was not attributed to each and every one of you. Group commanders, thank you for your leadership. Squadron commanders, chiefs, thank you for just being chiefs and making things work. Squadron commanders and shirts, you made my command easy this year. Thank you. Chief, my battle buddy, my combat in arms. The year's over. Well, for you it was 400 days. Your leadership, tenacious defense of our airmen, and steadfast focus on the mission has been nothing short of amazing. You are a quintessential command chief. Good luck at AETC, and give the family a heartfelt thank you from me. Jess, my love, when I was lost, you found me. My life has never been better. Thank you for your unwavering support, your willingness to sacrifice so much so that I can serve. 3 senior leader deployments over the past 6 years is enough, and it's time for me to come home. See you soon, my little redhead girl. Tyler, Michaela, Carter, Lily, Jasmine, can't wait to see you all again. I'm proud of each and every one of you. Wing Command has been the highlight of my career. Marauder 1 out.
Thank you, Colonel Schlichenmeyer. Please stand for the official change of command ceremony.
Publish the order.
Attention to orders. Under the provision of Air Force Instruction 51-604 and Special Order Number G-19-21, Colonel Rodney L. Simpson assumes command of the 386 Air Expeditionary Wing by order of Major General Alexus G. Grynkewich, 9th Air Expeditionary Task Force Levant, United States Air Force Central Command. Please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to introduce for the first time the 386 Air Expeditionary Wing Commander, Colonel Rodney Simpson.
Well, good morning. Ambassador Silverman, Mr. Shalah, thank you so much for being here. General Cole, General Snyderhouse, thanks for taking the time to come out and be a part of this event, celebrating all the great work that Schlick has done over the last year. I only hope to just keep the ball rolling. General Grynkewich, thank you to you and General Gustella for the opportunity to lead again in this AOR. Your trust honors me, and I will give this wing, the airmen, soldiers, sailors, Marines, joint and coalition partners who live and work on all 3 of the installations that this wing oversees, 100% of my effort to ensure that your trust is not misplaced. To the rest of our distinguished guests, including some old friends, thank you for making the effort to attend today. Your commitment to the forces operating here in your country is like nothing I've experienced anywhere in the world. And I've been a bunch of places with a bunch of partners, and the welcoming friendship of the Kuwaiti people is just simply unmatched anywhere in the world. To Schlick, thank you for the tremendous personal effort you've expended to hand me an organization that's firing on all cylinders. I've been asked many times in my life to go fix things that were broken, that weren't running the way they should. That's not the case today. You're handing me an organization that knows its job, knows what's important, and has been working hard at it for a long time. So thanks for that. Well done. All the best to you, Jess, and the kids, as you return to your family and the solid 18 days you have until you have to be in your next seat doing good work. If you haven't figured it out, the reward for good work is just more work. So, but I appreciate you and I appreciate everything you've done. To my family, I cannot thank you enough for supporting me with your whole hearts. We ask our families to endure deployment after deployment, hard job after hard job, and for me, you've always pushed me to accept the next challenge, even when I may have been hesitant. When I thought you'd already done too much, you said, go do it again. So, to my bride of 26 years and my nearly grown kids, thank you. I'm proud of your willingness to stand with me when the call comes again and again. Finally, to the marauders of the 386th Air Expeditionary Wing, I cannot be prouder to stand here today, knowing the enormous power for good that you represent and all your potential. The phenomenal gift it is to be allowed to help you unleash that power over the next year is something I'm extremely thankful for. Our mission is very clear. We will deliver and enable combat power. We will build and maintain partners and friendships. We will identify and seize opportunity, and we'll take care of each other while we do all of that. I have no doubt that we will continue to conquer every challenge. Thank you for raising your hands, stepping forward, and saying, send me. Thank you.
Thank you, Colonel Simpson. Please stand for the Air Force song and remain standing for the departure of the official party. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for attending today's change of command. You're all invited to enjoy some cake at the back of the theater and welcome our new commander. Additionally, all distinguished guests and visitors are invited to a reception being held in the wing conference room. Thank you.